so it should be any second
Oh,
now.
yes.
Any second now, we should be popping up on the stream. So,
Yay.
hopefully, everything works out on that front. Hey guys, sorry for starting a couple minutes late. I wanted to get the audio kind of going, cause it's hard for me to hear the bouncing when we're starting, but I did go back and listen to the replay of the last stream, and yeah, especially at the beginning. Derek and Catherine were really quiet, and you couldn't hear the game audio at all. So I upped the game audio by a notch. Um, Catherine, say some stuff if you could, so that like we can tell how quiet you are
Uh,
compared to my voice.
Hi, everybody. I'm here.
Uh,
Tomorrow is March 1st.
oh yeah,
Ooh.
woo. March
We
the
have like 6 days until PAX, or until Ted and I go to PAX. That's
uh
gonna be awesome.
yeah. March is the worst month of the year though. So uh yeah, I'm not a fan of
Wait,
March.
what, just like weather-wise, you mean?
No, it's just nothing happens in March. Like,
But like spring break.
it's not
It's
spring when there's 5 feet of snow on the ground.
but it's spring somewhere, and it means all the undergrads get to go off to like either party or like do charity stuff to put on their resume, and I get to be in lab more. It's great.
Okay, somebody said it was good, so I'm gonna assume that it's good. And then, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
it says that our audio. I'm gonna blame it on Derek, because he was the odd person for that stream. Sorry, Derek, if you're watching.
We
Any,
still enjoyed having you here there, Derek.
yes, we
We
totally
just
did.
blame you for screwing up the audio. Or
Yeah.
Ted does.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I think the game audio is the game audio at 2? Yeah, it is. Okay, okay. I think it's just about good. So, the audio stuff's just about good. So, why don't we get started? Anyway, hold on. Actually, I'm gonna go show something off before we get started with the grinding. Earlier in the week, I was playing some Hyrule Warriors, just generally preparing myself for the brain scratch run. And during this week, I have finally gotten all of the medals. So yes,
Woo!
every single one of them. So yeah, technically I've 100% of the game, or at least all of the game that's out at this point. But just due to my inner like completionist, I'm not going to consider the game 100%ed until I've gotten everybody's badges and everybody up to level 255 because that's the new level pack. The level cap, I should say. Um, uh, Now the boss pack is out in some parts of the world, but not in the U.S. yet. So if you want to see like Ganon mode or the last secret new character revealed, I'm sorry, that's just not possible at the moment. So, yeah. Anyway, my main goals for today are to grind Volga and to grind Sheik, because they're my two favorite characters, and they are criminally underleveled. Or, more likely, they're criminally underleveled because I'm good as them, and I didn't need to grind them in order to get all this stuff done. So, Catherine, why don't you start? Do you want to see Sheik first, or do you want to see Volga first?
Ladies first. Let's do chic.
But Sheik is a dude, I thought.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. Why would I ever think that?
Oh, yeah. Any
Ladies first. Libra.
Uh,
Wait, Libra's not in this game. Dang it.
any preference on costume for Sheik? We've got her normal outfit. The Master Quest recolor is black. The Twilight recolor is kind of bluish. There's the Ocarina of Time outfit, and there's Kayfabe's mask. Uh,
What does K-Face mask look like?
he's got the dead-eyed stare and the purple hair. Um,
Um, let's do Master Quest outfit. That
okay,
looks awesome.
okay, the black ninja outfit.
Yeah, I can
Okay,
see that one on the screen.
okay, cool. All right. Do I have? Okay, I kind of want to get a 4,000 KO skill for Sheik, so we're gonna do We're gonna slightly slow down the progress of grinding for a little bit in order for me to unlock one of those before, just to see if it's like worth it and stuff. Because the 4,000 KO skills are the best ones to unlock, and they're new actually with the latest update. They're the kind of things like increases the power of your regular attacks, or increases the power of your special attack, um, or gives you like hasty attacks. I think is the best one, which basically increases the speed in which you attack enemies. So yeah, like that would like make Agatha useful and shit. So yeah. Oh, people are one. It looks like the chat has finally caught on. Somebody asked whether it's Catherine C or
It's
Catherine.
Catherine with a Q.
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
That's actually what that's actually what I have on my Anime Boston, because for Anime Boston they let you have to have your real name on it, like I guess so they can check your ID or something. I don't know, they never do that. But then you can have like whatever you want on it as well. So my whatever you want is with a Q. I will neither confirm nor deny that my real name has a Q.
So yeah, so what? Your parents just decided to put a Q on your birth certificate for some reason. Uh,
Yeah.
they felt like kind of dicking you over in your later life, I guess.
Well, that's like I always am surprised, like sometimes you see a name spelled very differently. Like I think the best example of that is I knew a girl in my undergrad whose name was Chyleigh,
Oh,
and
Kaylee.
I was
Uh,
yeah, and the first I knew her name before I like knew who she was, but I knew her name because she was involved in like our class council, and she was in the same major as me. So I saw her once and I knew her face. So I was like, "Oh, Chile." And she like didn't look up, and I like said her name like 3 times, and this other girl was like, "Are you talking to Kylie?" I just felt like such a dummy.
oh, I pronounced it wrong too. Shit. I think I said
Yeah,
like.
I did not, but it's Kylie. Like I've seen the name Kylie before, but
Oh yeah, that's like
never
a.
spelled.
Okay, that's not. I was gonna say it's a common name. It's not an uncommon name, I should say.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, I don't think we really formally introduce okay, like this thing is formal. But welcome to the Grindfest. If you're new to this whole dealio, we play Hyrule Warriors. Well, I play Hyrule Warriors. Catherine and I live in the same area, but not close enough to meet in person for these kinds of things. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Basically, we talk about shit and play Hyrule Warriors and have fun times, and you're here to join us because reasons. I don't know. I think it's more like a live podcast. I'd say with Hyrule Warriors as a background noise and a common recurring topic. Um,
Yes.
uh,
And occasional tangents of, "Oh, I hate the imprisoned."
well, fuck that guy. I mean, seriously.
Keep ripping his toes off.
Well, I mean, if he didn't want to have his toes ripped off, maybe he shouldn't have had toes. You know, like, that's his fault.
Maybe he's really insecure about his toes.
Maybe
He's
he's not, maybe he's a little bit too busy thinking about how he's going to devour the world to worry about his insecurities around his toes. Like, because that's kind of what he tries to do, is, like, take over the world or something. Because he's
well,
like Ganondorf before Ganondorf or some shit. I never played Skyward
how did
Sword.
we evolve from giant scaly fuzzy thing with no eyes and big toes into Ganondorf?
Uh, uh, yeah, that's my answer. Yeah.
um okay, so yeah, we have a good number of people in the chat, including hello to Johnny, Clement, and Derek from Game Explain.
Oh, look at
I
all
believe
these.
is Derek's username Game Explain?
I
Like,
think he's probably the one logged in at the moment. I know that like they all have access to that account because I believe Andre from Game Explain did a stream not too long ago, but I believe it's probably Derek.
okay.
Um, because Andre apparently doesn't really like Hyrule Warriors, so I doubt he'd watch. But yeah,
Oh,
look at all these famous people watching my piddly little stream. Like,
oh, Nairman too. Nairman,
oh,
Nairman just.
Nairman isn't famous.
Nairman, you didn't say I am here for I am Nairman. I missed it.
Uh,
um, Oh, John asked if you brought up the new DLC character.
Oh, the
Um,
Coco? Yeah. I
exactly.
would guys, if I had the Coco, like if I had the DLC, I'd probably be playing the Coco right now. But unfortunately, the boss pack doesn't come out until March 12th. So the next time I'm gonna be able to stream because unfortunately, due to well, not unfortunately, I love going to PAX, but because of PAX, I'm not gonna be able to go to. I'm not gonna be able to stream. What? You're not dead yet, you freaking asshole! Oh god, I hate the imprisonment. He's got like a tiny slither of health left. God, this guy's a dick. Sorry. Anyway, as I was saying, because of PAX next week, which Catherine, me, and Johnny will actually be hanging out with us when we're there on Friday. But we're all gonna be there. But because of that, I'm gonna be absolutely freaking like destroyed on Saturday. Um, and I'm usually pretty busy on Sundays, so we're not going to be streaming next week. So hope you're getting your daily weekly dose of us now, I suppose. But at the very least, that means next time I get a chance to stream, I will be able to show off Coco, and I'll probably do some Ganon mode as well. Just to round out the package, because I know you guys might be a little bit sick of this same mission over and over and over again. I know that there are other rack up KOs missions that are good for grinding too. People tend to really like the one on the bottom left of the Master Quest map. I'm so used to this one. Like I have it absolutely memorized, so it's just the best one for me at the moment. So that's why I go with it. Um, I have been doing some other things to get some grinding, or mostly weapon skills grinding. Like I did my hero mode playthrough to do some weapon skills grinding, and I still need to do the DLC missions on hero mode, but that's just a thing for another time, I think. Now where the heck
um,
is the magic
for
guy?
question from the chat that I saw. Have has your opinion changed on Kirby Rainbow Course, whatever it's called?
I haven't played it, so no. I don't like the way I didn't like the way Canvas Curse controlled. Like though because it was all touch, everything felt very imprecise. Like you can really you like guide Kirby using these like paint lines or ropes or whatever they are, and it just feels really imprecise because you don't get to control Kirby with the control stick. You just kind of sort of direct him vaguely in the you kind of sort of point him vaguely in the direction you might want him to go, and I don't like that kind of imprecision in a game like that, or at least in like a puzzle game, not a puzzle game, in a platformer. I'm more okay with it if it's like a puzzle game or something like Mario versus Donkey Kong. You only like indirectly control the little mini toys, but that's a different type of game. In a platformer, I like to have complete control over my character. I'm picky like that, so it's yeah. I know it's not like a popular opinion, but it's just I do not. It kind of it surprises me how much people seem to love the Kirby games that I just absolutely hate. Like, it's just like, oh, Amazing Mirror sucks, which it does, by the way. Oh, Amazing Mirror's the best Kirby game ever. Canvas Curse sucks, which it does, by the way. Oh my gosh, Canvas Curse is the best Kirby game ever. Oh my gosh. Um, so yeah.
To be fair, I don't think that. Just for the record, I don't think that Amazing Mirror sucks. I agree, it's not the best Kirby game, and I think it's inferior to. I always get the names confused, but Nightmare in Dreamland is the GBA one, right?
Yeah,
That's like
Nightmare
a.
in Dreamland is the GBA remake of the original NES Kirby's Adventure. And
Okay.
I am, because I played Nightmare in Dreamland first, I see absolutely zero reason why anybody would go back to play the original Kirby's Adventure, because the control absolutely sucks ass in comparison. Like, I don't think, I can't really describe it, it's just the way that the game controls, just, I can't play the old version of that game. I can't. So yeah, I think the core foundation is solid though, because like I don't think they changed the level design very much for Nightmare in Dreamland, so So that's still one of my favorite Kirby games. Although my top two are definitely um, Triple Deluxe and Kirby 64. Triple Deluxe is absolutely fantastic, and I cannot get enough of Kirby 64. Um, Kirby 64 is probably my it's my sentimental favorite easily. So but it's kind of weird. Like I've been going back to play Triple Deluxe more than Kirby 64 recently because it's just a little bit easier to pick up and play. Like if you're playing Kirby 64, you gotta go for all the shards, and that takes a little bit more effort. So like it's strange. We talked about this when we did some other games. Lewis was talking about this, I think, in something we did where he said he goes back to Sonic 1 more than Sonic 2, even though I believe he thinks Sonic 2 is a better game. Don't quote me on that one because I am not Lewis. Um, but yeah, you had a PlayStation growing up, right? So
Mhm.
Kirby's like one of the franchises that you've actually played a fair deal amount of, right?
A couple of the games. When I was in elementary school and middle school, they had this thing at my school for basically like where they kept an eye on kids whose parents couldn't take care of them during like when we had random days off or holidays that weren't like major holidays most people's parents could take off, but like random holidays or like teacher day things. um and I had some friends who I saw with in that because they were like in different years than me, and one of them had Nightmare in Dreamland on the GBA, so I got to play that from like just like we borrow each other's games and stuff. um, and then I don't remember. It might have been one of those situations where like I think I got Kirby and the Amazing Mirror for a present, because you know how it is with Nintendo games. Sometimes it depends on the game, but a lot of the times if you don't get the game within a certain window, you can't find that game
Yeah, it's
because it like sells out and they don't print more. And I believe I might be wrong about this, but I feel like a lot of GBAs were pretty bad about that. Like they sold out. So I think what happened was probably like I asked for Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland, and my parents couldn't find it, so they got me Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. So I played that. I never played Kirby 64 because I never had an N64. And then there were no Kirby. The GameCube game was Air Ride, and I didn't have any interest in that.
Air
So I really
Ride.
haven't played many Kirby games, but I really liked Nightmare in Dreamland, and so not like there were things about Amazing Mirror that I think were done as well, but I still like the gameplay isn't broken. It's not like I
The
think it uses
control
the same
isn't.
engine.
Yeah,
It's the level design that's problematic,
yeah,
really.
it controls just fine. It's the structure that I have an issue with. But speaking of Kirby Air Ride, I've got kind of a funny story about that. That game came out 2003, 2004, I think. I can't remember. What I do remember, however, is that year, everybody in my house was like deathly sick. Like we all caught this like horrible, horrible flu that Christmas season, and I was the first one to get it. Now I have a rather big extended family on both of my parents' side, my mom's side and my dad's side. Um, but my dad's family lives mostly in Pennsylvania, so this was my mom's side of the family. But we always have like a big kind of family get together around Christmas time, and sometimes before, sometimes after Christmas time. It was before Christmas that year, and I got but I was so sick that I couldn't go. But I actually got Kirby Air Ride from one of my aunts because we do like a Secret Santa type thing. And so yeah, that aunt got me Kirby Air Ride. I remember I actually was like I'm pretty sure I was in the bathroom vomiting when my mom
Oh.
came home and was like, "Ted, you got this gift." And I was just like, "Oh, great, it's Kirby Air Ride." And I wasn't like, "Oh, great," then because like I was actually really looking forward to the game. I loved Kirby even at that point because I'm pretty sure that was around the time the Kirby TV show was really hitting its stride. So anyway, so like I really loved that game when I first got it. Like I played it a lot. But the thing is that right after I got it, everybody else in my house started to get sick. So my brothers couldn't do anything either, and they started to stay home and from school and all not with me. And so they wanted to play with me, and it got to the point where like they didn't want to play anything else. So I got burned out. I played so much Kirby Air Ride in like the span of like 4 days that I got burned out on it for the rest of my life. It's weird. I did like around the time Smash was becoming a thing, like when they announced like Smash Run and stuff. I went back to try to like retry the city trial mode and stuff because that is a really good mode still. But it's just like that game controls way worse than I remember it. Like
Uh,
it's weird. Like I don't remember the game ever controlling badly, but it's just it controls strange. It's like honestly, I played Sonic Riders not that long ago. I'd rather play that than go back to Kirby Air Ride. I know
oh
that's
well.
like a contentious thing, and I know that there are going to be people who will disagree with me, but I'll stand by that one. Like I'd rather play Sonic Riders than Kirby Air Ride. So disagree with me all you want. I won't blame you for that one. But I still think that. um, but yeah, that's my Kirby Air Ride story. There. So you never played Air Ride, you never played 64. Have you played any Superstar? Because for some reason that's the Kirby that everybody cares about. Even though I'm kind of ambivalent to Superstar, I think that it's kind of one of the more overhyped Kirby games. Not that it's bad in any sense. I just think that it's kind of its quality is overstated. I think a little bit.
hmm No, because I never had a SNES. I don't know which collections it was released on, but
Did you ever play the not the Super, the DS version, Ultra, Superstar Ultra? It's kind of like Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland, but for Superstar, basically. Um,
no, I haven't played it.
okay, it's the best version of that game if you ever want to go
Okay.
back to it.
Okay.
I would recommend that. I do have, I believe we actually have two copies of that game for some reason or another.
Cool.
No, wait, actually, I do know. I know what the reason was. I got the game used at a GameStop, around the same time my brother got it as a Christmas present from my mom. So, yeah, we have two versions of that game. Um,
Nice.
yeah. For a similar reason, I also have two copies of Professor Layton in the Curious Village, uh, which is odd because like I don't even really like that game very much. So, yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
Someone asked, who do you marry when you're playing Fire Emblem Awakening with male Robin? Who do you marry male Robin to?
I don't play male Robin an awful lot, so I don't really have a choice, like a firm choice.
Mm.
I've only done two male Robin runs. My first male Robin run, where was my first run of the game, and I married Lissa. Um,
Oh, I see how it is.
uh,
Oh.
eh, mm. Finishing Blow Plus. That's actually a really good one. It increases the weak point smash damage. Sorry. There was also the Brain Scratch run where I played male Robin, and you will see who I marry when that playthrough eventually goes up, like 2 years from now. So, uh,
I still gonna get on your case. I do not understand, especially if you did it to Ask FM thing like, oh, I prefer to play female Robin.
it was
Fire
Smash.
Kate.
It's Smash
What?
Brothers.
Who cares?
Ryan probably cares, and he's the one who signs my
He's
check.
in the chat. Ryan, confirm or deny that you wanted Ted to play male Robin, because I just don't understand. The dialogue is so much better if you play Femme Avatar and have Femme Avatar marry Crom, because that's what I did when I played Awakening, and some of the scenes that I won't spoil are so touching when you are married to Crom.
You just like them blue-haired pretty boys. Don't lie. Don't lie.
Shut up. Shut up. Marth and Ike are staring at my computer right now.
I still can't believe you, Marth X I OTP. Like,
Shut up.
Marth, they're not even
See,
in the same time.
Ryan said he didn't care either way. So Ted, that bad decision is all your own.
Okay,
I'm not
first.
gonna say it has nothing to do with whether it was a good playthrough or not. I haven't seen it. I don't know. I'm sure you did fine, but I just will judge you. By the way, Cinder, you said Owain is the best husbando. That's not ironic because Owain wound up being left single in my run because I just ended up marrying everyone else. But it's okay. He has his sword hand.
His sword hand twink.
His sword hand twitches.
Oh man. So many Fire Emblem innuendos you can make.
Oh man.
Uh, oh, I probably should have
You
switched
wait,
to a different
Nairman
comp.
married Lissa too?
Oh,
Why
he
is
did?
everyone? No one else thinks it's weird for like Avatar to like marry his best friend's little sister.
Hey, first off, Avatar can marry his daughter, which I think is weirder.
It's
Or,
not his daughter. Wait, oh, Crom's daughter. You mean? Sorry, I thought you
yeah.
meant Avatar could marry. Like, I'm like, no, he
No,
can't.
Avatar can't marry Morgan. That would be weird.
Oh, no. But
Oh, I forgot a re-dead. That's why nothing's spawning. Oh, sorry. Um, Die. There we go. What were you gonna say?
oh, I don't. Oh, you were saying something about that you think that Avatar being able to marry Lucina is weirder than.
Yeah, it is, cause like the only time you like learn about like by the time you learn about like you normally have at least some of the characters married before the time skip, the 2-year time skip. So like, you know, before Lucina is even really revealed to be part of the plot. Like, because Lucina's still Marth at that point, and that's not a spoiler because she's in Smash Brothers.
It was so obvious.
No, I knew that. I knew that at the very least, Marth was a girl with like when I first heard Marth's
The
Lucina.
voice actress is just clearly like, it's
My,
like me being like,
you may call me
I am
Marth.
I am Marth. I am totally a guy. Totally believe me. And I'm like, no.
No, yeah, just no.
I think someone put someone I remember seeing on YouTube, someone posted that Lucina, when she's fighting you as Marth, she can kill Crom.
Oh, yeah, like
And like there should have been a time paradox thing like there was in Metal Gear Solid 3 where if you shot Ocelot dead,
okay,
it was like,
okay. Fan theory time. It just
yes.
creates an alternate universe where like, because I don't think anybody really dies in that tournament. Like, I think that just Basilio becomes the con. Although I don't know, they never really explain why Lucina was even in there in the first place. Because like, what does being in that tournament like do to help stop Grima from being a dick in the future? Like,
Um, okay, I'm just running with random fan theory here. She got annoyed at Lanka from the future, and she was like, "I'm just gonna show him up and beat him, and make him not the tournament guy anymore."
would Lanka really even ever go bother Lissa? I mean, she has too many X chromosomes for him to even like talk to her. Uh,
You mean Lucina, right?
yeah, Lucina has too many
Okay.
X chromosomes for Lanka to even like stand within 5 feet of her. So
This woman. I love Lanka.
this woman, oh man, Lanka is just, yeah, he's one of my favorite characters in the game. Just for one, he's awesome. He's one of the best combat first gen units. And then also I enjoy his character an awful lot.
I
Uh,
love his supports. I forget who I got some. I think I got some support. Got a support by like just unintentionally. I got a support with him and Cherish, and I haven't gotten the upper level ones with that. Maybe it goes more into it, but it really like talks a lot about his backstory, like and I love that about the supports.
oh yeah, the supports. Yeah, I think the supports are the best part of that game's story. I think. Because you get so much more of the world through the supports than you do through the actual like cutscenes and story dialogue. Um, so yeah, it's just that's what I'm looking forward to most in Fire Emblem 14, Fire Emblem If, whatever you want to call it.
hmm Oh, that since we've been talking about Fire Emblem so much, since Assie's in the chat, Assie, how if I wanted to play Fire Emblem 4, which is the one I know everyone loves, which I forget which one's that. What's the subtitle of that one? Is that the Genealogy of the Holy War? Or is that a different one?
Yeah, that's it. That's what it's called.
How do you play that? Because I know it was never released in the West, right?
Fan emulator and fan translation.
Oh,
Um, it's not that hard to do because I've done it for the SNES Shin Megami Tensei games and what's this called? Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Man, I can't believe I forgot that. um,
yeah.
but yeah, it's not that difficult. I
Okay.
think that they should remake that one. I think because I think that it would because they remade two of the other uh like two of the other
Japan exclusives.
yeah, so I think they should at some point release all of them over here. Not sure if they will.
Oh, as he said, there are people working on a new, more faithful patch. Okay, cool. All right, I'll have to look into when that comes out then, because I'd be interested in trying it out, because I do like to not just play the same type of game. So probably I'll play a game or two before I go back to the Fire Emblem series. But yeah.
Did you ever decide what game you wanted to play next? Or
Well, I last night I bought the
oh
the
yeah, oh yeah.
add-on DLC for Fantasy Life, which it's really been good so far. Like, it's nice to have a new area to explore, because you get this whole new area and you get new tasks you can do. It's clearly on cart DLC though, and
No,
honestly,
no, no, Catherine. They
yep.
totally managed to fit several new areas, tons of textures and dialogues into like less than a megabyte of data. Like I don't even know what you're talking about right now. Like
Yeah, no, yeah, it was 2 blocks. The DLC was 2 blocks. And it just feels like this could, I don't see much of a reason why it was DLC.
it's DLC so they could make more money. That's it.
I know. That's ultimately what it is. It just feels it just rubs me the wrong way a little bit. But I'm glad to have some an excuse to get more playtime, and more more variation in Fantasy Life, because I did like that game. There's still some problems. Like, I just finished getting up to the creator rank, which is the rank beyond legend, because we can't say the God word in the West. That's not PC, so it's creator. And I'm not kidding. Before you get to creator, so you're a legend, and then you're given the tasks that you need to get to creator rank. You become demi creator rank.
Oh, so they
Trying a little hard there. um, but yeah, so I just got to creator rank with mercenary, and I still don't like mercenary at all. I still find the two-handed swords are just so slow, and you just get hit like 20 times before you can get a swing off, and I don't like comboing. But
yeah, okay. So yeah, you're gonna like on cart DLC aside, I did get plenty of time out of Fantasy Life, so I'm not that peeved. It's just people like to use the analogy of a pizza for on disc DLC, but I don't feel like they're doing it right. I feel like the way it is, like people talk about like toppings and and whatnot. The way I see it is that like on disc on cart DLC is kind of like you buy 6 slices of a pizza, but they bring out like a whole 8 slices and just say, "Oh, you can't have these other two unless if you pay for them." And it's just like, okay,
that's what it
it's you
psychologically, that's
didn't
exactly what it feels like.
I mean, you didn't pay for those 2 slices, so you can't expect them, but they're still there, right there, taunting you. You know they brought it out as if they expect you to eat them. It's just, I don't know, it just feels kind of ugh to me. Um, and
That's exactly arguments I understand why they do it, but what you said about they brought it out and it's staring at you, but you can't have it. That's exactly what it feels like. Um, and that can be annoying.
yeah,
But it's just, yeah, I'm glad the content's there, because it's nice. There's it's a nice area. It's I still don't care much about the story.
No,
But
the game's plot is not its strong suit. I would
no.
say that its story is good in that it's an interesting and charming world. Like again, like you can like there's we need to have it be better. I think that gaming in better needs to be better about how it describes like narratives because there's more than one type of narrative, and I think that's what people need to understand the most.
World
But
building's good. I just think they take way too much dialogue to say simple things,
yeah,
and I just get so bored with the cutscenes, and I'm just
dun
like,
dun 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 dun
I
dun.
do like the music.
Well, no, like I liked that song. Keyword being liked, meaning
Until
like
they played it forever.
yeah. Also,
Yes.
kazoos for boss music is still something I don't know if I will ever be able to fully get into. Nothing
To
against the
be fair, it's the easy
Matsu.
bosses.
Oh, I did really get into it when they started playing the faux Latin choir though.
That was awesome. I still remember you were like, I think you texted me or something, and you were like, by the way, if you see a dinosaur roaming around the desert at night, stay away.
Like I didn't. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I knew. Like I heard that music and I was like, oh fuck, what just happened? Like I knew I was boned. Like the second I heard that music. It,
Yeah.
and at that point in the game, I was boned because like that guy was hard.
It still takes a long time to kill. I think what was it? I forget if I was like the final boss, the final like bounty monsters, like the Calamitous, the dark magic one. Like they still take a while to kill, even if you're at level 100 or 99 was the previous, and the level cap actually increases with the DLC to 200.
More Hyrule Warriors grinding? No.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Getting a little bit of uh, flashbacks there. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, the part like I don't mind the time. Well, I do because it takes a while, but like the amount of time it takes to kill the bosses isn't the issue. It because your MP restores and you've got basically all day to kill them. It's really just the amount of time. It's really just the damage that they do. Because by the time you get up to level 100, you're not taking I don't know. I never really got to level 100. By the time you get high up in levels, you're not taking much damage from the bosses anymore. So
You know, I always feel like since I got up to level 99 in that, I always feel like the people who like street passed me must have been like, wow, what a loser.
uh,
Because they're gonna look at my playtime and see what level I got and be like, what a loser.
or
Does
they
she
might
only have like this one game and just played this one game to death?
Or maybe they'll think, "Wow, look at this girl who's really good at the game. I wish I was that good at fantasy life." You
Girls
know.
don't play games.
Oh yeah, you must use the
Oh,
Game Shark. Oh
sorry,
my
people.
god.
We're talking about fantasy life still.
Yeah.
But yeah. Um. Oh, Derek. Oh, Derek wasn't able to get a ticket to PAX,
Aw.
and oh, he was invited by Emil to join Throne Controllers. That really stinks.
Aw,
Oh.
that it would have been really cool to hang out with Derek in like the real world
Yeah.
and stuff. Like I'm really glad that I'm gonna be able to spend some time with John. But you know, it would have been cool to meet Derek in person because I'm gonna be able to meet Ash, or at least theoretically, I'll be able to meet Ash from Ash Paulson, because he works for Udon, I think is the name of the company that he works for. And um, yeah, he's got a booth at PAX East, so I'll be able to meet him, but I don't think I'll be able to. Like, I'm not sure how much time, but I'm gonna at least try to find time to like shake his hand and say hello.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna be able to hang out with Johnny, which is great. I mean, I'm gonna be able to hang out with you too, but we do that a lot, so
Yeah, because we
Um,
live. I mean, we both live in the greater Boston area, whereas Johnny lives in the Philadelphia area. So
yeah, Philadelphia.
yeah.
For some reason, I always get Philadelphia and Pittsburgh confused. Is that like bad? Uh,
Um, not. It's not awful, but it's not. It's not exemplary. Um, but I only know because I think I visited. I went to Philadelphia like on one of those like junior year you get in a car with your parents and visit colleges, trip things.
Oh, I did one of those. I went up to Syracuse with my dad.
Oh gosh, why would you wait? You hate the winter. Why would you want to go up
It was
north?
a good looking school, and I needed the hours for my license. You know, it seemed like
Oh,
a
okay.
good idea at the time.
That's just incredibly
I did
unrealistic of you.
I did get like a good 16 hours of driving done that weekend though, so like got myself an awful lot closer to getting that license uh over that college trip. Um, but yeah, but you went to school locally too, so I guess you just decided not to go to any of the places you looked at there. Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know why I'm
yeah,
asking that as a question. That
yeah,
had to have been the case. Oh man, I'm dumb.
yeah. No, I mean it's convenient being around here. Like, yeah, it's convenient because my parents also live in Massachusetts, so it's it's convenient having your parents. Like if okay, the best example I can think of is there were a couple times last year when I was going on like interviews for graduate programs, and they like I remember one night in particular, my train came back like after midnight, and I could have taken the T back to my school, but my parents were like, we want to come in and take you home, like take you back to school, because like they didn't want me and it was good because I think like I don't know if I actually would have been able to get on the T. I think it was like I think that was before they started the whole like T late night thing. So the
Well, but
T like the last train was at like 12:30 or something, so it would have been cutting it really close.
yeah, I can't believe how early the T shuts down. Because in other parts of the country, it shuts down at like 3 in the morning. It like public transport goes really late because all the bars close at like 3 or 4 or something. So like we here in Boston don't get to potty hotty as much as everybody else. And yes, I did indeed emphasize my accent for that joke.
No, I don't know anyone who talks like that from around here.
Some of the
But
people in my class talk a little bit more like that, but they also live like in the South End, so
oh yeah, that's like a very South End. That's a very South End accent, like
you
Irish.
cannot park your car in Harvard Yard. There's a giant gate. Good luck trying to get your car through that. Uh, it's also like a park, like like there's trees and stuff. Why would you ever park your car there? That's just a
Yeah.
bad idea. Like, why are you
What?
doing that?
Well, I don't know, but the tour groups seem to find a place to park their buses
Ah, damn it.
and come out with their selfie sticks.
I was so close to extending a 1000 combo. Damn it. Oh man, I love selfie sticks. They're the greatest creation known to mankind. Um, I should get one. I should get one for PAX so that I can take all the selfies with cosplayers.
Oh
Um,
gosh, no, you should not get a selfie stick.
I should
Selfie sticks are
totally get a
ridiculous.
selfie stick. I don't even know what you're talking about. All I'm hearing right now is ringing endorsements for the great ideas of selfie sticks. Chat, you're with me, right? Come on,
No.
chat, back me up.
Selfie sticks are awful. Though I did see like a group of what looked to be like 20, I think they were Japanese, based on like if partly based on they had a lot of like accessories on their phones. And I think they just looked like they were wearing like they just looked like they had Japanese style like accessories on. And I don't ever notice people like I don't think that's as much of a thing with Chinese or Korean people,
Yeah,
or
I have
teenagers.
I have a hard time differentiating like what Asian countries people tend to be from. Although I think that's a true thing for everything. Like if I look at a white person, I can't go, "Oh, you're Icelandic or you're from
Yeah,
Germany." Like,
yeah,
I think that's I think that's a common thing no matter like what ethnicity somebody is.
yeah.
Oh God, no! Oh man. My focus spirit combo was 666. Um,
The number of the beast.
Sacrifice is going down tonight. Ugh.
Um, but yeah, so I saw like a group of like 20 Japanese high school students with a selfie stick, and I was like, let me walk by them. Maybe I can get some street passes.
No, one
I don't
time
think I did. I was really disappointed.
I know I told you about this, but one time when I was at the T waiting to meet you for something,
Mhm.
uh, I saw people with their selfie stick walking by.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think they were probably Japanese or maybe Korean, as well. So yeah. Oh, the chat's freaking out over my over that. And also, yes, I know I got the lyrics wrong. It's been a while since I've listened to that song. So yeah. Yeah. Okay, so what level is Sheik at right now?
666.
Let's hope
Wait,
not.
no. It's gonna be 260. It's gonna be 216. 6 times 6 cubed. Oh, someone asked if you get a when you get a Pac-Man amigo, are you gonna amigo, excuse me, amiibo, are you going to paint it to have oven mitts?
I really, really want to. The thing is that Pac-Man amiibos are gonna be so rare, and I do want to have a normal one. So
Mhm.
if I can manage to get two, I'll think about it. Like I'm not a painter, so I don't think I could ever like customize an amiibo myself. But it would be nice to have Oven Mitts Pac-Man because he is my brosif, and we go places together. Uh, like I've been the Smash 3DS. I don't know how anybody played that game before the new 3DS because for one the load times are so much faster, and even though I don't use it an awful lot, C sticks are for wimps. Having the option to use the C stick certainly makes things more manageable. Um, so it so yeah, yeah, but a lot. I really only use Smash 3DS nowadays for I use it to practice in training mode on the go. Like I'll pick Pac-Man, go to Omega form of Rainbow Road because that's the best stage on 3DS on the 3DS version. I love the Rainbow Road medley from Smash. And I just kind of beat the shit out of things. It's not the same as fighting real people, cause like the computer does stupid things like, oh, I'm playing as Palutena. Oh, looks like I keep on reflecting projectiles back at him. I'm just gonna keep on doing the same projectile move over and over again. But yeah, oh man.
One question I saw is, have you caught any more shiny Pokemon since you're shiny Dom fan?
I don't want to talk about that.
For the record, I only have one shiny Pokemon, but it's kind of a cool one. So I pre-ordered Pokemon Coliseum, and if you pre-order Pokemon Coliseum, you got a bonus disc that would fix the berry glitch that was in the original Ruby and Sapphire, and also gave you a Jirachi. Um, so like I plugged in, I did the thing where it updated my cart, and then it transferred in a Jirachi. And I open it, and I'm like, my Jirachi looks weird. I'm like, the colors look really weird, and I didn't get, like, I hadn't seen Jirachi before, but I was like, why does it look funny? Because Jirachi is a pretty subtle one. Like, the markings aren't blue, and then the shading's slightly different, but it's not like a red Gyarados kind of awkward, so I didn't realize I had a shiny for a while. And then I was like, wait, I have a shiny Jirachi. And I got it first try. I did not like reset or anything.
Okay, the funniest story is when Pokemon, I believe it was Black and White 2 came out, my brother was playing the game, and he ran into I forget the name of the fish Pokemon, but it's the one that, like, has the red and the blue, and its shiny form is just a slightly different color shade. So he ran into it, he noticed how it was different, and we spent, like, a good 15 minutes with him just leaving the game open, with me looking at Cerebi and Bulbapedia trying to tell whether or not it was a shiny. Uh,
Why didn't you catch it just in case and then release it later if
I
it's
think he
not?
was low on Pokeballs, or
Oh, okay.
something, or like, I don't know. I don't remember this. This was years ago, so I don't remember the
Yeah, yeah.
specifics. But I remember that I was very angry because he had also gotten a shiny Diglett at one point, with the blue nose. Um, and you know, like I love my shiny John fan. It's named Josh, and it's great. Um, um, don't ask why it's named Josh. It's a long story.
I won't ask. Yeah, someone pointed out now that like shinies are so easy to get and you can just hack them, like no one's
That's
ever gonna believe that I got a shiny Jirachi first try from a like without resetting or anything. I wasn't planning on it. I don't know if you can, from the Pokemon Coliseum thing. Like,
yeah, that
unfortunately, but
yeah, like people send me messages all the time being like, "Oh, I've got a shiny Cyndaquil. Do you want it?" And like I don't respond for two reasons. One, well, actually just one on principle. I don't like when people talk about shiny Pokemon to me. I have a complex about that shit. But anyway, I thank you guys for like your interest, but it's not the same if somebody gives it to me. I have to find it myself, you know?
Mhm.
Actually, people were talking about this a lot on Twitter throughout the past couple weeks. They've been asking if I'm using the rupee glitch in Hyrule Warriors, which I don't. Do you know about the rupee glitch? Oh, well, I know a
No.
glitch right now. The hookshot just disappeared for a moment. Um, but no, the max rupee glitch. I don't really remember how it works. It has something to do with beating the bosses without getting their weak point smashes or something like that, or like killing them while they're ready to do a weak point smash, but not while doing the weak point smash. It's strange, but yeah, but basically it gets you 9 million, like almost 10 million rupees all at once, and that's great and all, but that's cheating.
Yeah,
I won't.
that's like how I felt about. I think someone mentioned, like, I forget if it was here or elsewhere. Someone mentioned in Ratchet and Clank there's a glitch that you can exploit to grind bolts ridiculously easy, which is the game money. And I didn't do that because I like the game, and as tedious as it is to grind however many bolts you need to get the achievement for getting a heck of a lot of bolts, I'll do it legitimately because on
It's
principle.
it doesn't feel earned.
Yeah.
Like if it's a game that you don't really care much about and you just want to get through it, like that's one thing. But if it's something you care about the satisfaction of getting all the things, relying on a cheat like that is when it's not necessary, just kind of makes it feel like you didn't earn it. And in prisons, you wanna stop wiggling into the wall. In prison, you wanna like
He's trying to do
actually.
the worm.
He is a worm.
He has toes and feet.
Yeah, but they're ugly toes, and he's a stupid boss, and I hate him. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys have had the time to watch the Game Explain the video I did earlier where we talked about the boss pack, but right after we finished doing that video, I came to the realization that the boss challenge mode's probably gonna mean fighting like three imprisons at the same time, which is gonna be like awful,
Woo!
like legitimately the worst thing.
Wait, the imprison has 4 toes on each foot, right?
I believe three toes.
24 adorable toes in that boss fight.
The
Amazing.
first time you saw that boss, you were like, "Oh, it's scary," and now you're all like, "Oh, look at its toes." So,
I'm so bad for its toes. I don't know why.
ugh.
You could say he is imprisoned in the wall. Nice one, Joma1511.
Oh, I thought you made up that one for a moment.
No. Shout out. But
Whoosh.
yeah.
Well, okay, but yeah,
So yeah. Ted and I do not have good luck with shinies. I have very slightly better luck than shinies. Meh.
well that's still your only one, right?
Yeah, I only have one.
It's just a more like spectacular one than my one.
It's
Uh,
it's still all numbers, and at this point, it's gotten easier to get them. Which
well, with the shiny charm, and I believe X and Y just naturally lowered the rate, so I believe it's twice as likely for you to run into a shiny now. So like it is just a matter of like luck and stuff. I think a lot of the reason why I don't get very many shinies is because I don't actually play an awful lot of Pokemon after I beat the game. Like since I don't do competitive battling anymore, once I turn the game off, I turn the game off. Like I don't have much. I don't. play the game. I don't play Pokemon as much as people might think, because I do love the games. It's just when I'm done with the Pokemon game, I'm just kind of done. I don't really turn it back on for some reason. Um, but yeah, so
Oh, wait. Yeah, Ryan said uh Masada breeding, which is that I remember reading about that with a shiny charm. It's a 0.1% chance of a shiny. That's 1 in 1,000. That's a lot better. I think, unless I'm doing no, that's 1 in 1,000. Yeah.
yeah, that's like an eighth of what it was earlier. Like, I mean, it's still kind of that's still not likely, like at all, but like,
No, but if you think about it, you probably get in 1,000 battles, like random Pokemon battles, over the course of a game.
yeah, so.
Um, yeah. But yeah, I feel like when I say things like that, I feel like how old school Fire Emblem players probably felt about like casual mode and stuff, where they're like, oh, it's ruining the game. Like,
Well, at the very
but
least, Pokemon like the shiny Pokemon don't like add. It's just a visual thing.
yeah,
So
yeah,
like
that's true.
it doesn't change any of like the gameplay at all. And
That's
I don't mind casual mode just because it's a mode. It's not like it's anything like you don't have to play casual mode if you don't want to.
no.
Um,
I don't mind it being there. Like, I won't, I don't mind it being there. But I do, like I played. Awakening was my first Fire Emblem game. It was my first strategy RPG, and I managed to get through it on what you call it, classic mode. I mean, it's just a matter of being patient and learning from. I think you can learn from your mistakes and become better through classic mode in a way that you won't be able to get better if you take advantage of classic mode and
yeah,
and casual mode.
if you play the game in casual mode, you might as well be playing Advance Wars. Really.
Ryan, I sucked at Fire Emblem too, but you know what? I got better because I played classic mode. I would not have gotten better if I played casual mode. I just would have,
You would have
made
remained
it
a
through it.
filthy casual.
Exactly. But
Filthy casual.
I mean, again, it's personal choice, but I don't feel like being bad at a game, like being bad at something, in my opinion, is not an excuse to shrug your shoulders and do something easier. That's just that's just I don't mean to get on a soapbox, but like that's just how I feel about a lot of things in life. Hashtag Chem is try.
You're such a tryhard. Oh my gosh. Like that is the stupidest insult I have ever heard in my life. Like a tryhard. Oh, I put effort into things. Fuck me, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
No, I don't get that either.
uh,
But yeah.
let's see. Ugh. But yeah, I have no idea where we were going with that.
I don't know either. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Clement just brought up easy mode. People complaining about easy mode in Mega Man 10. Yeah, because like it's not like they just made the game easier. It's a mode. It's like something you choose to turn on for people who suck. Like,
Yeah, if you want your super hard mode in Mega Man, guess what? It's still there.
yeah. I've repelled enemy troops.
Woo!
Ah, man, who could this mysterious chic person be? I
I
mean,
don't know.
like, I don't know of any other blonde-haired person we've met in this game before. Do you? Especially one with that,
Peach? Is
especially
is is Zelda is Zelda and Mario in the same universe?
I
Is
don't
it?
know. They have paintings of Yoshi's and stuff, and there's chain chomps and stuff. But man, I don't know if we know of anyone with that blonde hair and the exact same Brady thing going on in the back of her head. I wonder who this
No,
could
no,
be.
she is, but she has different colored eyes.
Oh, right, totally mysterious.
I don't I don't think they have colored contacts in the world of Hyrule.
Hyrule.
Speaking of which, my color contact should be coming in soon.
Oh yeah, for your cosplay.
Yes, I'm wrestling with my wig right now.
How's that going? By the way.
I've got it pinned. If you hear strange hissing, it's from my end of the call. I'm hairspraying things.
Uh, um. Oh yeah, I definitely hear that.
Sorry.
Oh, that's the first time
I
I've
gotta
heard
keep
it.
talking.
Um. Do you want to tell them who you're cosplaying, or do you want it to be a surprise?
Yeah, I'm cosplaying as Catherine from Catherine.
So, Catherine, you're cosplaying as Catherine from Catherine.
I really went out. I really went for it. I really stepped outside my comfort zone.
Which Catherine are you cosplaying from, Catherine? Catherine.
Catherine.
Oh,
Yeah.
Catherine.
Yeah, the one, who's very female
Oh, wow. Yeah, I
and
know that one.
and says Vincent and is in the game
Oh, wow.
and looks to
There's so many
yeah,
different options for that Catherine. I know, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll have to see if you want to know. Come to PAX and or Anime Boston. I'll be using the same cosplay for Anime Boston
Oh my
because
gosh, you're reusing a cosplay. You're not a real cosplayer.
a lot of cosplayers reuse cosplays because they are a lot of work. And yeah, and this is my first cosplay, so I don't have like a backlog of costumes where I can be like, oh, I'll use the costume I did last year for day 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you have your Lolita costume.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I've worn Lolita for 2 years at Anime Boston, which is different. I mean, because you're not a character, it's just a Japanese like a street thing. The people in Japan, I forget if it's probably Harajuku. If there's any kind of weird fashion thing in Japan, it's people are generally apparently wearing it in Harajuku. Um,
Maybe. Oh, so if you can just wear random crap at Anime Boston, I might just want to wear my cape because I have one of those. I have a cape. Um,
you would be fine. You'd fit
I
in.
wore it when I went to PAX 2012. I wore my cape. Uh,
Nice.
so yeah. If I could find it, I don't know where I put it. So yeah, I think I don't think I want to bring it to PAX just because it's. I'm probably gonna end up wearing my coat most of the time because it's still butt cold here in Boston.
Oh, it will be warm inside.
It'll be warm inside, but we still gotta walk to the T. So
Then you take off your coat and you put it in your bag.
it's a really big coat though. You know how big my coat is.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. No, I know what you mean. No, I'm probably just gonna wear a sweatshirt and like, oh, I'm obviously gonna wear like clothes over my cosplay to keep it nice before I get there. But yeah. Oh, I'm excited for PAX.
Oh, PAX is gonna be great. I can't wait to see what kind of crap they're gonna sell, and like playing Splatoon is gonna be great. I've been really hyped for that game for a while now. So
You really have.
I'm wondering if the demo they're gonna show is gonna be any different from the one they had at E3, and if so, I'm gonna really love to get the chance to play it. And just, the free stuff from the Nintendo booth, because when I went in 2012, Nintendo had the best free stuff by far. They weren't there when we went last year, when the whole Brain Scratch crew was there, but
Yeah. I was there just on the Saturday, but I went on the Saturday. Um, and that yeah, no, that was it was I was surprised how many of the gaming companies there I just didn't know what they were. And I think Nintendo being there would have at least made me feel like I knew something. But
yeah,
like
there was a lot of like indie stuff. People were showing off their Kickstarters a lot, at PAX and stuff like that. So if
also a
you
lot of like online gaming stuff like like FPSs or like MMOs, and that's just not those are genres I'm into. So
Yeah, I think one of the biggest booths there was the League of Legends booth, and I've never played
yep.
any second of League of Legends, so
Yep.
um,
Iron Lombax, you are not the only one who doesn't really care about Splatoon. I don't particularly care about Splatoon.
well, you're gonna care about it after we play it, cause
I'm
like,
gonna I'm gonna stand in line with Ted.
and then you're gonna play it, and it's gonna be great.
It will be Splatoon.
It's gonna be like the best game ever. Oh my gosh. Stupid Argorak. I hate that asshole. Ugh, sorry.
It's okay.
We said that there would be some of that in the stream, so.
Yes,
You'll,
there would be some grumbling about certain enemies. I would love if someone should do it. It'll probably maybe I'll do this if I get really bored. Someone should do a count of Arg Ardarox and Arg imprisoned, and figure out which enemy Ted hates most based on empirical data.
Why not both? Holds small Mexican child up into the air.
um. Oh, so someone has asked, what are your favorite like Cartoon Network original shows?
I'm assuming they're talking about the older Cartoon Network shows, and there's a lot of them, honestly. Cartoon Network had a lot of great programming. Johnny Bravo is the one that sticks out in my mind the most, though, just because I think it's the absolute funniest. 1, 2, 3, 4, dun, dun. Oh, wait, hold on. You've seen some Johnny Bravo, right? You know what
I
you
I
know
know
what
the
he
intro.
you know what he looks like, though, right?
He's
At the
got really weird blonde hair, like
Okay,
huge
and
blonde
the
hair.
and the and the sunglasses. Okay, well, I've shown this to I know John. I've shown this to John, but there's a video with Wesker running around to the Johnny Bravo intro theme, and it's absolutely amazing. I need to show you that at some point.
Nice.
Hut, toot, toot, fuck. And then there's just one scene with him like walking up to Jill, and he goes, "Hey there, baby," and then he gets punched her, and he's like, "Yeah, whatever." Bam. Oh man, I love that show. It was absolutely hilarious. Uh, having any difficulties with the wig, or is it?
Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah,
But I got part of it sprayed. I'm gonna let it dry and see how it stands up.
yeah, yeah. Hairspray is weird. You're also Yeah, Hairspray is just weird. Not my favorite
It's
musical ever. Like I don't know, it's just like
no. My friend showed me the original. I think it's a John Water. No, is it John Water? There's a
what?
movie that the musical is based on, and it's so different.
What
Like,
the movie with the musical was based off the movie, or
yeah, okay, it's really confusing. So there was a movie that follows this sort of like same basic plot line, but there's no like singing or dancing, like musical numbers. And then they made a musical, and then they made a movie based on the musical, like based on the musical.
oh god, that's like the hillbilly redneck. That's like Aladdin actually. There was this movie that Aladdin was based off of. I forget the name of it, but it was an animated movie that went through like production hell. But Aladdin ended up getting because of the production hell. Aladdin ended up getting released first, and so because of that, the movie that Aladdin was originally taking inspiration from ended up taking inspiration from Aladdin in order to sell better. So yeah, try to work that one out. Um,
That's awesome.
yeah. Ugh. Man. But yeah. How's the chat been doing? Have you guys been behaving yourselves?
Yes, people have been good.
Okay, good job, chat. Have a cookie. Um,
Yay. Um.
okay.
Um.
Uh,
Oh, did you find out any? So, do you know any details about the stuff you guys are doing for MomoCon? Because I think Ryan tweeted about having a staff meeting recently.
basically, he said that nothing significant has changed. We still don't like have a date. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know you guys like would like to know like a little bit more date wise, so you can know what type of ticket to buy. Like, because I know that because con tickets can be expensive, and so if somebody wants to go to the con to see Brain Scratch comms, they'd probably only want to buy like say the Friday ticket if we're only going to be there Friday, for instance, instead of buying just the Saturday ticket and then like being shit out of luck. So I know that that's a concern for some people, and I understand that, but we only know so much at this point. Like we're
Mhm.
kind of waiting for the staff to kind of tell us what's going on. I think that MomoCon sells tickets all the way up till like the day of, like at the door. They're like a little bit more expensive, but not significantly so.
Mhm.
You should be fine. Like it's not like PAX where if you don't get a
Oh
ticket
gosh.
like right when they're selling them, you just don't get to go like at all.
Yeah.
You've got better. You can go no matter what. So and we're gonna like even if we don't like have a panel every day, which isn't gonna happen, we are still gonna be like walking around the convention every day. So you will be able to come and find us and say hi and all of that. So don't
Yeah.
worry about that too much. It's just, I understand that like you guys might wanna know what our our panel schedule and things are, but we'll tell you as soon as maybe not as soon as we'll know, but we'll tell you when there's something to report. I think is the
Mhm.
best way for me to put it. Um, as for what games we're doing, I will leave that as a surprise because surprises are fun for me, not for you. Mwahaha. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Uh,
Someone asked why is Sheik fighting with a ladder? It's a step ladder.
Actually, it's just a ladder, team ladder, FT dub.
I thought. Wait, no, it's called a step laddering game for reals.
No, it's just a ladder. Why do you
It
need
is
to
a
make?
ladder,
Why do you need to overcomplicate everything, Catherine?
but the game. No, but the Legend of Zelda calls it a step ladder.
No, it's just a ladder. Team ladder
And,
for the win.
but there is a difference between a step ladder and a ladder.
No, they're both. Just call it a ladder. That's what it is.
Look, the other day I was in lab, and I was like, I'm gonna use this step ladder to stand on so I can get that chemical off the top shelf. It's a good thing I have a step ladder and not a filthy ladder.
Oh, filthy ladder. Oh, I see how it is. Oh, all right. All right. That's your game, huh, Catherine?
If I had a ladder, it'd probably fall over, and then I'd spill a bottle of like.
No,
chemical.
ladders can stand up. Like, like they.
I'd have to lean it against the shelf with the chemicals in it.
No, they can just stand up wherever, because that's what ladders do. They just allow you to go higher. The type of ladder is just an unnecessary detail that you prescribe to it in order to make yourself seem like it's more important than it actually is.
Ted, one of these days, you're gonna be like, can you bring that ladder over here? And I'll be like, I don't see a ladder.
And then I'll be like, you're blind. It's 3 steps away from you. Also, I don't know what we'd be
I see a
doing.
lovely step ladder.
Also, I don't know what we'd be doing that would require a ladder, but whatever.
I don't know either.
Sheik's Ocarina of Time outfit looks weird. It's like really low poly. Which, I mean, I guess is sort of the point, but it's just awkward looking. I'm gonna change out of it.
Don't. Can you put on the stupid mask?
Okay, we can put on the stupid mask. Gotta go faster, 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 Sheik X. Doop, 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 doop. Oh man, the chat is amusing sometimes. I wish there was a way that Twitch could save the chat so that when I post the things onto YouTube, like people can see it. Because like when I did 3DS streams, occasionally I would just I would record the chat as I played, but that also kind of made the game look really awkward. So.
Oh yeah. I think I remember for one of the BSC streams, you guys had the chat on there. I actually found it a little bit distracting.
Yeah.
Because like you said, like the chat, you've got the chat moving along the side, and then the actual the game is much smaller in comparison.
And you're probably not paying as much attention to that as you are like the game itself. Like that's probably what you're going to be listening to the most. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, but it is rather amusing sometimes. So that's, I guess, the benefit of watching live is you get the chat.
Yay! But if you're coming to us, if you are from the future, watching this on YouTube, welcome. We don't discriminate against people from the future.
Maybe you don't. Oh man. Sorry. You got people watching from the future are actually the ones that give me ad money and not people watching live though. So oh, we've got 125 viewers though. That's actually not bad for a live Grindfest. So hey guys, welcome. Okay. Yeah, because like anything over 100 is pretty good by my account. So yeah, welcome aboard. Glad to have you? Question mark. Yeah, no, seriously, glad to have you. Please don't leave me. I'm lonely. Man.
You have 125 people here.
Oh,
That's
people.
like, imagine a room with 125 people
Oh, that'd be.
listening to, like, imagine 125 people crammed into your house watching you play Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, so you
Except
mean
through the
like
power of the internet, it actually works.
So you mean like a random Wednesday night then? Um. Oh,
Oh,
somebody.
so that's what you're doing on Wednesday nights. Oh, I'm busy on Wednesday nights.
Oh man. Yep. Just sort of shaping up my Hyrule Warriors cult. I mean, showing the love of video games to friends and family. Yes, that's it. Uh. Somebody called me a timist. Okay, well, if those dirty futurists wouldn't stop taking our gerbs and, moving into our neighborhoods and dating our women, we wouldn't have this issue in the first place.
To our future overlords, uh, including any aliens or robots or people from other planets, uh, or whatever you refer to yourselves. I am not a timist. Please do not kill me.
The political correctness brigade got to you too, didn't they, huh?
I don't know about political correctness. I'm just trying to save my own skin here, okay?
Oh yeah, they've got future weapons. Just another reason why we need to just delete the time stream entirely. Uh,
Can
oh,
we wait until after PAX?
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, wait, Future Us are at PAX. Those dicks! Man, they didn't even invite it past us to come with them. Wow, what assholes, right? Oh, somebody had a question, in the, like, I actually glanced at it for a little bit. I normally don't look at the chat very much because I'm busy playing the game, but, I happen to look at it, during, like a stock animation. Somebody asked if I've watched FMA. No, I've, not, well, sort of. I've watched exactly one episode of Full Metal Alchemist, and it's the one where their mom dies. So yeah, apparently the show gets even more depressing after that, so,
Oh yeah.
uh,
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I want to watch it. I know you've
Dude,
have.
you're already almost done with Higurashi.
Yeah, we're gonna probably finish Igarashi really soon, preferably before PAX starts. So,
Yes.
like I'd like to finish that before getting started on anything else.
And I'm going to try to hunt down the Higurashi DS game. See if anyone has the Higurashi DS games at PAX. If not, I can I can find them on the internet. But it'd be
uh,
cool to see them in person. And 3 and 4, because there are 4 games on the DS. 1 and 2 you can get for like under $20, and they're imports.
each,
But
each.
each.
Okay, that's not bad especially
No.
for an
That's not
import.
bad for a DS game, period. And 3 and 4 are really hard to find. Those are like $40 at least, and I think that's used.
That's getting into amiibo price range. Uh,
Well, at least you kind of get more mileage out of a DS game.
Well, you can't. Well, okay. Well, a DS game does kind of look good on your shelf, I suppose, but it's not like a figure. Oh, did you hear that they had actually somebody in China actually has a NES, right now?
What?
Uh,
No, I didn't hear that.
yeah, somebody has a NES, and it's weird because like we don't even have pre-orders up for Wave 4 in America yet. So it's kind of odd. But yeah, Ness is up. Somebody in China has a Ness. They're putting it up for auction right now. I don't know how much it's going for off the top of my head. But Ness is probably going to be like impossible because, Earthbound and all that. So, to anybody who wants a Ness, like, good luck. You're
Yeah.
going to need it. Uh,
I need luck to get my Robin and Lucina.
You've already got, you're already doing pretty good on the Fire Emblem front. You're halfway there. Um,
Yeah, but still, halfway is only halfway.
you're such a perfectionist, jeez.
I can't even say it's almost. They saying is almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Halfway doesn't even count in horseshoes or hand grenades.
Oh,
Unless you have a really big hand grenade, I guess.
I don't know, like if you killed half the people that you're trying to kill with one grenade, like, that's not bad. Like you need to throw another grenade, but like, at least you got like half as many people shooting you, which is good. Um, I never
Yeah,
tend
I
to.
guess.
I don't really tend to use the grenade type weapons in shooter games though. It's just like you don't tend to like. I'm kind of stingy with like consumable type stuff. So like if it takes like ammo or like you only have a limited amount of them, I'm not gonna use it. Is basically how I roll in those types
It
of
really
games.
depends on the game for me. Like I was totally like that when I first started playing Ratchet and Clank, and then especially as you can tell as you go from Ratchet and Clank 1 to 2 to 3, you can totally tell they started embracing that it was more of a action game and making like I think they made ammo drops like more I think they made ammo drops more common, and they also made it cheaper and easier to stock up. So by like 2 and 3, I was really like not worried about using up ammo for the most part. I mean, sometimes they're kind of more gauntlet areas where it's like you do want to be careful about not blasting through all your ammo because the restock points aren't very often. And you just have to rely on drops. But it really depends on the game. If the game is designed around, you know, you can use up stuff because it's like, or you need to use up stuff, then I don't mind. But I agree, like I'm one of those people, I rarely use like, those special items you get in some Final Fantasy games. Like, I think like I know 10 has grenades. 10 actually does have grenades. I forget what they're called in other games, but like Arctic winds and Antarctic winds,
Well, the thing
things like
is
that.
that if you don't use them by like the 1/4 point of the game, like by the point you start getting like level 2 and 3 tier magic spells, they're worthless. Like if you don't use those early on in the game, like you're basically just never gonna use them ever. Like when it comes to stuff like mega
Um,
elixirs and stuff, though, like I will save those until the final boss and then just spam all
I
of them there.
I disagree with you on that for Final Fantasy X at least, because in 10 you have the mix ability with Riku. That's her limit break, so you don't get to use it that often. Or overdrive rather, that's what they call it in 10, but it's a limit break. And that allows you to mix 2 items. So if you mix like two grenades or two like of those items, you can do quite a good bit of damage. And I think those items still do pretty good damage even by the time you get
Oh, look
good
at
stuff.
me, Miss. I played Final Fantasy X. Oh, hey
I
guys,
like
look!
Final
She
Fantasy.
played Final Fantasy X. Ah, 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 ah.
Shut up.
And to anybody who defends her, ha! You played Final Fantasy X. Ah, 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 ah.
Ted's missing out on a pretty darn solid RPG. Also, you're missing out on 10 too, which has all the fan service.
You need to be a fan of something in order to be serviced, Catherine.
um,
Oh,
are
sick bird!
I don't get it.
Like,
Are you are you're not? So you're saying you're not a fan of questionably of age women in bikinis?
of the questionably point, yes, I'd like them to just actually be of
Wait, I'm
age.
trying to remember. I think Riku's 17 at that point, so okay, they're
That's
legal.
still, it doesn't matter. Like, I'd still rather okay, I'm just gonna say it. High school age people can kind of be a little bit annoying sometimes. Not gonna lie, I'd rather somebody be like, like actually like not even close to being jailbait. Like I don't have to card them. uh,
Yeah.
would be nice. Um, and
I showed you that massage minigame though. Playing the massage minigame in Final Fantasy X-2 is one of those moments where you're like, please don't let my parents walk into the room because there is no way you can explain this.
porn. I'm watching porn.
That minigame is hilarious.
Ah man, what do you think about that mini game, Titus? Ah, 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 ah.
That's amazing.
Ah man. Ugh.
Sorry, comments quoting the minigame.
Oh, what quote exactly?
uh, do I want to read this one?
I want you to read it.
Oh, there, you're so good. I don't want to read it in the voice. Because the funny thing about the minigame is her delivery. the actress's delivery of the lines.
Like, does she actually sound like she's supposed to be in a porn shoot, or like?
Yes,
Oh God.
I think her lines are because there's four. Why do I remember these details?
Because it's
But
probably the most memorable part of that game.
it's up there. Um, there's like 4 ranks you can get within it. It's like a mini, very simple Minesweeper sort of game. So if you miss the sweet spot,
No, it's
she's
the
like,
it's the opposite of Minesweeper. Instead of trying
yeah,
to avoid the parts that would be explosive, you want to find them. Oh yeah, make her
yeah.
burst with pleasure, if you know what I mean.
If you miss completely, she says, "Where are you groping?" And then if you kind of miss, she's like, "That's not it." And if you get close, she's like, "That's nice." And then if you get, she's like, "Ah, there." So yeah, that Assy said that he had his TV on loud when he got to that mini game.
Oh, poor dude. I am so
And then
sorry.
his dad gave him a really strange look.
Oh man.
But oh, someone asked, getting away from that topic.
What? It's totally not awkward and hilarious.
Someone just came back. We were talking about Final Fantasy X too.
It's just like somebody just puts on their headphones after going to the bathroom and then they hear, oh, there.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do this. Critical.
I didn't want to do this.
Stop staring.
You're over the internet. I can't look at you right now.
True. Oh, someone asked if either of us had played the Wonderful 101. No.
Nope. Oh wait, hold on. I like Clement's comment. Final Fantasy X-2 is a national treasure. Yeah, for you, so it's Canadian treasure.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't realize Clement was that Canada was that hard up that that's a national treasure. I'm so sorry.
Hey, Canada's got some pretty cool stuff. You know, I'm not gonna. I went to Quebec once, and I went to Niagara Falls, so you know it's a pretty cool place. You know, Canada gets a solid TED thumbs up seal of approval.
I was so embarrassed yesterday because I was talking to someone who's from Canada, and I, I was like, I said something like, oh, because he mentioned being from something about Canada, and I was like, oh, so you're from Canada? He's like, yeah, I'm from the capital. And then he gives me a look that clearly is, do you know where the capital of Canada is? And I'm just like,
It's
I don't
Toronto, right?
know. It's Ottawa, which I didn't know. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
Anyone
well,
listening-
okay, to be fair, like, no American knows where the capital of most of each state is. Like, if you asked almost anybody, who isn't from New York what the capital of New York is, they're probably gonna tell you it's New York City, but it's actually
But
Albany.
it's Albany, right?
Yeah, it's Albany.
Okay. I was like, crap, did I just embarrass myself in front of 122 people? um, but yeah. Oh, Ryan has a question. Why haven't you recorded Risky's Revenge yet?
What? I recorded Pirate's Curse. On a serious note, it's just a matter of time. This week's been busy, and my free time has gone to finishing up Hyrule Warriors because I'm so close to the end. So,
And then you'll be able. Then once that's done,
yeah.
I mean that's
And
all
work.
eventually gonna be VLs for
Yeah,
Brain Scratch.
yeah. It's working on Hyrule Warriors, getting it 100% has all been for a brain scratch one. So, because you know, I
And for
just
your completionism, don't lie.
Uh, true. But, you know, a lot of it is just the fact that my last Zelda game that I recorded for the channel, Zelda 1, was absolutely atrocious. It was it was funny, and I think that's one of the best playthroughs we've done. But my gameplay in that is atrocious, and I want to make up for it. So, that's why I really want to do the best job in Hyrule Warriors as possible. So, that's why I wanna, that's part of why I'm so dedicated to getting this game 100%ed.
But what about that other Zelda game you recorded, Link's Crossbow Training?
What? What? I didn't record
That,
Link's crossbow training. What are you talking about?
There was a thumbnail image posted on DeviantArt that
There's a
Ryan retweeted.
Oh. It's supposed to be secret, guys. Jeez.
It's not a secret if the thumbnail is posted way in advance.
Like,
And it looks pretty hilarious. I love the look. Everyone's like, "We Zapper." I don't know what this is.
it's just a hunk. I like it, but it is basically just a hunk of plastic. um, it is not the stupidest plastic Wii peripheral out there. That still goes to the trauma center surgery tools.
Oh, you
Which
showed me that. That looks so stupid.
I should, if I find them, I'm gonna like if I ever find them like in the wild, I'm buying it. Um, because that's just something that needs to be seen to be believed. Because like, who would have ever thought to do that? Like, really? Want to you know what makes me really sad though? The
What?
Game Grumps playthrough of what's this called? Of Trauma Center Second Opinion, not Second Opinion, I think, has more views than the original game has sales. So that makes me a sad panda.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah. Because like Trauma Center is a really great series, and I feel like it's such an odd series. It's not surprising that it doesn't sell very well, but I feel like it has it has something that I feel like nothing else has. So it's just a shame that it doesn't get represented very often. So hopefully
Yeah.
that changes, because like Atlas should make a new uh, Trauma Center game. That would be great. I mean, I'm not expecting it anytime soon, but I would love a Wii U Trauma Center. It would be awesome. Um,
I could see. I mean, that makes the Wii U gamepad seems very suited to Trauma Center.
yeah. Especially since you have the option for both the touch controls from the DS games, which I'm not a fan of, because like your hand covers up what you're trying to see. But it's still, some people like it better, so whatever. And but you also still have the option for the the standard Wiimote controls as well. So everybody wins in that situation. So there's no reason not to do it.
Yeah.
Is basically the way I'm looking at it.
Or I could see. I could. You know what? I would be. I think like. You know how there were the minecart levels in Captain Toad where it was like you got a first-person view and could aim from the gamepad.
Yeah.
Like I think that'd be kind of interesting as like endoscopy sort of thing.
Well, it might make
Like,
the endoscopy missions from Trauma Team not awful, because that was easily the worst part of that game was the endoscopy. Oh man, I hated that. I hated those missions. That's easily that game's weakest story. I wouldn't say it's like quite as bad as like Big the Cat level pointless story, but it feels like it sometimes. So yeah. No,
but I thought your least favorite. I think I remember you saying that Burns were your least favorite.
it's my least favorite. Like, it's an annoying type of mission, but like that, it's. I think it's the difference between like an annoying. It's the difference between like an annoying level and a gameplay style you enjoy, as opposed to playing a game that you like, playing a control scheme that you just flat out do not like. Um, like, man, I'm trying to. It's like playing Sandopolis Zone in Sonic 3, as opposed to just straight out playing Big the Cat in Sonic Adventure, if that makes any sense.
Come on, I disagree that Big Story was an endearing tale of two best friends overcoming adversity.
It was more a tale of a
It was a
frog.
tale of a guy stalking his best friend the person he thought was his best friend who no longer wanted to be with him, and he wouldn't let him go.
Froggy just, he was possessed. He didn't know any better.
I don't blame Froggy for running away from Big though.
Big's theme is one of my favorites in the game, though. Oh, it's a windy and sunny day, and I can feel the tears in the Milky Way.
I do not like that song.
Hey, big guy, hey, little guy, can you tell me who came by? Sorry, but I don't know.
I
We are
the song,
simply natural. I don't know all the words, but it's still one of my favorite songs in that game.
the song is obnoxiously catchy for how awful a song it is.
Oh, that's just the state of pop radio in general.
Oh my gosh. Kill me when Spotify comes on in my teaching lab and it's awful half the time.
Half the time.
No, 90% of the time. Then there was one time when Sweet Dreams by I forget what the group is. It's like an 80s group. I really
Oh,
like that.
I love that song. Sweet
Oh, I love
dreams
that
are
song. I was
made
just
of
like, oh yeah,
these.
and I'm just like jamming and it's
Who
like
am
wait.
I to disagree? Travel.
Also, there's a pretty good cover from that awful movie. Like I haven't seen the movie Sucker Punch, but they did a pretty good cover in that movie. Like,
Sucker. I heard that movie was absolutely terrible. So of course, Movie Bob liked it.
wait, someone like that movie?
Yeah, Movie Bob. He's like, yeah, he liked that movie. Sometimes, like, I feel like when I find myself agreeing with him, he can be very eloquent, but sometimes he just has stupid opinions. Is
Eurythmics. That's the name of the group. That's the name of the group. Thank you. Who was
they were
that?
they're an '80s one-hit wonder, so like I don't think anybody really remembers their name very
No.
much, but you know, yeah. The song like "You Spin Me Round Like a Record." The name of that band is Dead or Alive. Uh, but no, there's no jiggle physics going on there.
Aw.
Sorry, no boobs. Yeah, because I think I think that the main singer was actually gay. So yeah, there
Oh.
would be no boobs. Uh, ugh,
But yeah.
yeah.
But
We
that was
talk
the
about
one time a good song came on, and then it's pretty much nope.
nope.
There was the time during training when we were in training, and my lovely colleague put on some death metal thing, and I was just
Was it good
it
death
was like
metal?
it was like really hardcore death metal, and
Was it
just like
was it like
I,
was it screamo metal or
I
like
don't even know. I don't.
because like they're like I'm okay with some metal, like it depends. I don't like anything like screamy. That's like like you can get as like hard as you want on the guitars as long as you're like actually singing. I won't care. But like as soon as you just get into the guttural noises, I can go look at some Cro-Magnons if I want to listen to that. So yeah, no
Yeah,
thanks.
I forget. It was just it was like it was I think it seems like it was all the above. It was just like it just felt like very it all felt the same to me, I think is the problem, which is what you get I think when you're just saturating the music with like bass and people in like using very low voices.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not no, not my kind of music. uh,
Obviously, though, the best kind of music is country music. Am I right?
no, I do not like country music. They're
Don't ever
like
go in the car with my sister. Then
ugh,
is all I will say.
duly noted. They're like three genres of music I really don't like. It's like country, most rap, and like I just can't get into most R&B. I don't
Oh,
know why.
oh wait,
I
hold
just
on. So is the only rap something bothering me? I don't know what. Something talking, but I don't know who. Somebody's calling me more and more. Anybody stop Knuckles' feet?
of course that's the most amazing rap there is. Uh,
Well,
but
you
I don't
have
have
to.
anything
You
against
have.
rap as a genre. It's just I can't like I've heard some songs that have rap and like oh that's cool, but then there's like I just a lot of rap just no.
Bitches and hoes and bling and going to the club like what?
Also T-Pain original Vocaloid.
Oh man. But yeah. The only rap that I've found myself sincere. It's weird because like I know that I should only ironically like the Knuckles raps, but I kind of sincerely like most of them. Um.
Oh man, but someone pointed out the other good rap that how could we forget? the DK rap.
Yes. Oh, wait. Also, the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
French.
Okay. I was actually okay because I once saw on Tumblr someone took the lyrics of Fresh Prince of Bel Air's theme song and wrote them in iambic pentameter.
Wait,
So
they like they remade the lyrics, or
like yeah, they like rewrote them. They're mostly the same, but they wrote them as if they weren't a Shakespeare sonnet. So yeah, I really kind of want someone to do that for the Knuckles raps. That would be absolutely amazing.
that's awesome.
We started around 7:30, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we've been going for about an hour and 45 minutes, and we've just gotten Sheik done. I believe we've just gotten Sheik done. Hold on, I gotta work my way through the weapons and stuff. Hold on. I don't want to go too late. I know we started a little bit earlier than usual, but I still want to stick to about 2 hours, just because that's a good time, I think, for this sort of thing. It's a good like
Don't want to
podcast.
overstay our welcome.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yes. So Sheik is at level 200. All right.
Woo.
So we're gonna do a little bit of Volga, not too much. I think I just want to get him. I just want to do only like one or two more rounds with him, so I don't wanna stay for too much longer. But yeah. So how about we do one more round, see how we're feeling, and then if we're feeling like doing another one, we'll do one more. Does that sound good to you, Catherine?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, cool. So hold on, I just need to get an XP potion for him set, and then we will be good to go. Good to go.
Yay!
Good to go. Good to go. There we go.
Yay!
Sorry. Uh,
Someone asked, "What do you think of dubs?" I assume like they just mean, do you have any thoughts on dubbed anime in general?
Good dubs are good and bad dubs are bad. Like I don't really have much else to say about it other than that. Like I think I would prefer a good or even just a watchable dub to watching it subbed though. I think because I think it's just that's just me. I'd rather watch it in English if possible. If it's not like, "Hello, my name is like I don't know, whatever." Like these mashed potatoes are really great, aren't they? And then they're just like eating ramen or something.
Yeah. I'm partial to subs, um, in part because I'm on hiatus, I guess, from learning Japanese, but I took a year of Japanese. So it's kind of like, not that I'm definitely not at the level where I can understand like a ton of what they're saying, but it's still interesting. Like it's still interesting for me on that level. Um, and also there are a lot of dubs that are bad.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
that's
but
just
I
unfortunate.
appreciate good dubs, and I wouldn't want companies like Funimation to stop making great dubs because I know there are a lot of people who prefer to watch dubs or who just do not get a good experience out of trying to read while watching something.
I think one of the only things about watching subbed anime is that I can't do anything else while I'm watching subbed anime. Um,
Yeah, you
um,
can't. You really can't.
because like I tried to when I was playing very Bravely Default, I tried to watch Fairy Tail on Netflix subbed, and I couldn't because of you can't read and do something else at the same time. It's just not really very doable.
No.
So it's just that's just due to the nature of the medium. I understand that. So it's just that's like because like yeah. So it's just it takes. I think I would watch an awful lot more anime if I tried to do it dubbed rather than subbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the reason I'm slow to watch anime is because it's something I have to set aside time to do. It's not like I can multitask when I'm watching a subbed anime because I need to have my eyes on the screen and be listening. And, my eyes on the screen like constantly. Versus, just kind of like flicking your eyes away for a second, but still get it. getting what's going on, you know?
Like, I can generally watch like an episode of Law and Order or something without ever really having to look at the screen. It's almost kind of like a radio drama in that respect. Um,
Yeah.
and
And
that
that's the reason I like to listen to like NPR and podcasts, and like half the time I listen to like Let's Plays and
oh,
stuff, especially if it's something I've seen before.
I can't just listen to Let's Plays. I absolutely cannot do it. Like even if it's
Really?
someone that like even if it's like Brain Scratch where they just don't talk about what's happening on screen like at all. I
Those losers. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know, like those Brain Scratch guys are such assholes. Like but
I just love how you refer to Brain Scratch in the third person.
it's just yeah, just I can't just listen to LPs. I need to I do rewatch the Grindfests on occasion, and I can sort of watch those without watching what happens on screen because we don't talk about what's going on the screen at all. But like if there's even like the smallest amount of pretense that what's happening on screen is important to what they're talking about, I can't not watch the screen. So yeah, that might be weird, but it's just how I do things. So yeah,
Yeah.
uh,
No, I think it's,
damn it.
that's just one of those things
Sorry.
that some people are different about. Like for me, I enjoy listening to things while I do something else.
Oh well,
Um,
no, I like that too. In fact, I wish that I had more podcasty type things to listen to, for that sort of purpose. Like if it's for like anything other than doing homework, I think I would do better because like I've tried, like I can't listen to anything while I do homework because like if I'm writing something, like I'll start writing and then I'll finish my sentence in my paper talking about like Pokemon or some shit.
no, I understand what you mean.
Yeah. Oh man. There we go. Volga is easily my favorite character. I was asking you this the other day, but now that like he's on screen, would Volga, do you think, be the Hyrule Warriors husbando supreme, or do you think it's still just Link? Uh,
Mm, well, I mean, Link has so much backstory to him, and so much like more. He's so much more than just the character in this game.
well,
So,
Volga is based off of Volgavagia, the boss from Ocarina of Time.
well,
And
I
I
wouldn't
feel
know
like
that.
he's one of the most developed characters in. Oh my god, that is a weird angle for the imprisoned. Like I've gotten a lot of stupid camera angles fighting that asshole. That is easily the stupidest I've ever seen. But like Volga, I think is the most developed Hyrule Warriors character actually, because he's not given he's given like a character trait. He's a warrior. He likes to fight people, but I feel like he's also given a lot of neat character moments in the Sia story, and like and he's given like a pretty neat character arc and like a small rivalry with Link, and I feel like it's enough to make him distinct. Whereas Link just kind of goes ha 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 ha
Scrah, scrah.
scra scra scra.
But he has proxy.
Oh yeah, Proxy's probably my least favorite fairy that's hung out with Link. Like I think Navi's a little bit. I'd rather have Navi to be
Proxy
perfect.
is Navi 2.0,
Navi Proxy is
except worse.
Proxy is Navi 0.6.0 actually. Um, beta Navi.
Or or Windows or Microsoft makes the fairies, so every other one is awful.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
burn.
yeah. Oh yeah, because like version 1 was
I'm
version.
not speaking so much about the early models because that was like before I knew about computers, but I just know Windows 7's great. Windows Vista, nobody. No, wait. 6 was great, and XP was great. Nobody liked Vista. 7's great. Only like tablet users like 8.
I have 8 on my computer right now, and it's pretty good. I just had to install Classic Shell so I didn't have to deal with the stupid tablet interface.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay, yeah, they fixed it. I think
No,
because I
it's
have
not.
7.
It's not. Windows isn't the one that's fixed it. I have like a third party tablet
Oh,
interface.
oh, that's funny. I remember when I for my program they give us a computer which is really awesome. So I have my computer for schoolwork, and they offer us either a Mac or a PC. And I was so happy when I saw the PC because I'm a PC person, and I saw that the PC came with Windows 7. I was like, yes, sold. Because if it came with Windows 8, I don't know what I'd do.
It's like, do
Probably
you go Mac?
uninstall it and install Windows 7.
Oh
But
man, like, I don't know if I go that far. Like,
oh,
uh,
I don't think I'd want Windows 8.
no, I Windows. I tried. I really tried to use the tablet interface, and I can't do it. I just absolutely cannot do it.
Oh,
It's balls. It is absolute balls. Like, I didn't even have that many problems with Vista. Like, at least the interface was fine on Vista. It's but it's just I could not do Windows 8. So
yeah.
yeah.
It's just me. I mean, all I've heard, I've never seen Windows 8 like in person, I think, but everything I've heard is it's great if you have a tablet. It was designed for people with a tablet. If you don't have a tablet, it feels awkward and uncomfortable.
It is awkward and uncomfortable. So you counted yourself. Like, I don't know why your program gave you Windows 7. Maybe it's because like
Because
they
they
knew.
know Windows 8 is awful for a normal
Or
computer. Actually, it's more likely that it's awful for like the software we use for lab notebooks and such. So that might be it. That software is awful anyways, but but yeah. So I wonder if that's the issue, that it's not very compatible with the software.
I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case.
Who
Uh,
knows? Just glad
well,
I got
your department head, whoever gave you the computer, knows. Um,
yeah, I have no idea who's responsible for it. I'm just glad I got one.
hey, free computers are always good. Well,
Oh
kind of
yeah.
free. You have to give it back, but you know, like,
No, actually, what happens at the end of when I graduate in 20XDX, um, they will wipe all the university-owned software off the computer and unencrypt it because it's encrypted, because apparently stuff I'm doing is not really important, but it could be. Um, so they will wipe all like the software and the encryption off the computer, and then give me this old laptop that probably is pretty obsolete at that point.
hey, you got a cool new paperweight.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're winding down this particular mission, so I think we're probably gonna do one more and then call it a night. I love playing Volga, but it's getting kind of late and I need to be up tomorrow morning, so yeah, I had to stay up late last night because I have class on Saturday mornings, and I totally wasn't finishing the paper that was due that I hadn't started yet. Nope, not me. I am a responsible adult that makes wise decisions. Like you've never done that before.
I don't last. If I stay up late, normally I have started it beforehand, though. To be fair.
Oh, look at you, Miss. I'm responsible and does things the way I'm supposed to.
I try. I don't always succeed, but I try. Oh gosh, my PChem lab reports. Now that's funny. That was awful. Finding out at the last minute that the program I had wasn't working. I found out like 2 months later that I could, because I was supposed to crunch some numbers basically and come out with something, and the program was like, nope, I'm not doing that. And I was like, why? And then I found out like a month later that I had the wrong version of the program installed. So it couldn't have done it. It wasn't my fault, like as far as I was inputting it wrong. It was just the program could not physically do what I had asked it to because I had the wrong version.
How'd you get it done?
I wrote a note on my lab report. I wrote on my lab report that I couldn't get it to work. And I was like, if it worked, it would look like this. And my TA was awesome. Like, gave me an A. I think she really respected that I tried really hard. Because I really tried. her. She was awesome.
A for effort.
It was pretty much. Oh god, I hated PCAP. The experiment we were doing was really cool though. Like, to be fair, it was a really cool experiment. It was just that the lab report was really awful. Like, as far as we had to do a lot of complicated stuff for the lab report.
I can imagine.
But the actual lab was cool because we were making something called quantum dots, which are like they're different colors and it's really pretty.
So you were making pixel art.
No. They're made of like heavy metals and like very bad for you.
Oh. So you're saying that I shouldn't be rocking out because heavy metal's bad for me. Okay.
Noted.
Oh wait, I almost forgot the XP potion. All right, but for anybody that's just joining in or for who had to get up, this is going to be our last mission. So I'm sorry if you only just got here.
Wait, was that Volga versus 8-bit Volga versus 8-bit Volga?
Yeah, because like you on the what's really cool about the game is that on the screen on the on the screens for each map, like hold on, I'll show it off when we go back.
Wait, so does that mean we're gonna have a faker? I think you're the fake dragon man around here.
Well,
You're comparing yourself to me? Ha! You're not even good enough to be my... Dad, you're supposed to cut me off.
well, the thing is that there's two Dark Volgas, so it's just like Faker, I found Faker, I found you, Faker, I found you, Faker. It's just like we're getting to Sonic 06 territory where there's three hedgehogs, but
There's three hedgehogs.
But the 8-bit preview screens always show the kind of give you a preview of what kind of enemies you're going to be facing. Like in this one right here, you know you'll be fighting Gearheim. In this one right here, you know you'll be fighting Sheik. Here, you know you'll be fighting Rudo. If there's a giant boss, they'll show you the giant boss in the. Hold on, I'm trying to find there. Like you'll know you'll be fighting Argorok, who you can tell is a new sprite because they didn't bother to animate him. So yeah,
I love those 8-bit sprites.
man, I do too. They did a very good job with the new characters too, I think, making them match the style of the original Zelda. So yeah, like I don't have an issue with the original Zelda's graphics. I think that they're perfectly good for like a very early NES game. So, you know, I think matching the style is very good.
Yeah, definitely.
I also quite enjoy the 8-bit weapons.
Oh man, those are amazing.
Have you seen
Ganondorf coming from Kingdom Hearts.
Have you seen the 8-bit fairy?
Wait, have I? I don't remember.
Okay, so you know how one of so have you so you know that Link, one of his weapons is the Great Fairy, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, I think so.
Okay, so the 8-bit version of that weapon is a giant 8-bit fairy from the first Zelda game.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
I think my favorites are like the stepladder and the keys that Ganon has. And like, I'm trying to think. What else? I can't remember any other ones, but they are pretty awesome. The throwing croissants.
The throwing croissants. Yeah, I think Impa has a croissant and Zant has dual wielding croissants.
Oh man.
Okay, yeah, Volga, I know. You shoot your fireball and you crash land, and then I burn you like that. There we go. It's weird. Sometimes I can take care of the Volgas really, really quickly at the beginning, and sometimes it takes a considerable amount of time. So I guess it just it depends, I think, on what character I'm playing as, more than anything else.
Oh my gosh, I just got it. Someone said in the chat, can links be posted here? And someone said, no, only Zeldas.
Oh my gosh, I
It
can't believe
way
that
too
person.
long.
Oh man, I can't believe that somebody actually thought that Zelda was the girl. Jeez. What scrubs, right?
I don't know. I still don't know where Metroid keeps all his missiles.
Man, I don't know either. Like, what about that Luigi guy? I mean, Like, he's always rescuing the princess and stuff. So, you know. Ugh. Oh, man. Like, people, like, the only one of those that I think people are that I like think people are being like uptight about is when people call him Star Fox, like call Fox McCloud Star Fox. Like, his name's not Star Fox, it's Fox McCloud. It's just like, okay, shut up. He's a fox. His name is Fox. The games are called Star Fox. You know, you can deal with it, I think. uh, that's
It
like,
sounds like a nickname, sort of, but
yeah. Eh. But yeah, you know.
when will Icarus become an adult?
Oh, I really, the game, it's, Kid Icarus Uprising itself actually made that joke. Um, and in the tutorial section of the game, he asks, who's this Icarus person, and why aren't we playing as him? So yeah,
That's awesome.
you need to get around to playing that game at some point. Like, I know that it's not like high on your priorities list, but I think you'll really like the
Yeah,
game's style,
yeah.
and its humor especially. Um, so you know, it gets a thumbs up from me. Thumbs. I have thumbs. Um, they're opposable.
Keep your thumbs on the keys though, and the buttons.
Oh, it was a cutscene while I was doing it,
Ah,
so
okay.
you know I don't have to worry about that.
Oh yeah, someone Clement pointed out that Andros clearly says, "I've been waiting for you, Star Fox." And in Brawl, Leon calls Wolf Star Wolf. Boom.
Boom. Oh yeah.
Yeah, wait, and isn't there that line where that guy? I've never played a Star Fox game, so sorry to any Star Fox fans if I sound like an idiot, but there's that one guy who's like, "Can't let you do that, Star Fox."
Oh
He
yeah,
just calls
that's
him Star
Wolf.
Fox, right?
Yeah, it's Wolf.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Oh, Assy asked, does the new 3DS work better for Kid Icarus Uprising?
I haven't tried it yet. I've heard rumors that the load times are better, but don't quote me on that one because it's just been rumors.
Now, with the Kid Icarus Uprising, you used the circle pad to move and the stylus to like
To
tap
aim.
to shoot, right?
No,
Essentially to aim.
you aimed it. It was L button to shoot, I believe.
What?
Uh,
Hold on.
you like okay,
I'm
so
just trying to.
okay, so you hold the game, you hold the system in your left hand.
Yeah.
You move with the circle pad. Um, you use the L button to aim. No, the L button to shoot. Sorry, you use the L button to shoot. You couldn't aim with a button. And you aim with the touch screen. Like, you move the stylus around with the touch screen to remove the reticle. It works. It works. Like, you move the reticle with the touch screen. Like, you move on the touch screen to aim, and it's actually really precise. And
Oh,
then
wait. Assy said he was wondering about the second analog stick making the camera better, but someone said that the C stick can't control the reticle.
no, it's not how the game works. Uh, like the touchscreen controls work. They work really well. I don't see why people have an issue with them.
I'll have an open mind, but
You
I guess
pe-
I don't have much shooter experience, but I guess I'm used to like the most shooter experience really I've had is The Last of Us, and what made sense to me about The Last of Us was you aimed using the right analog stick and you shot with your I think it was R1 to shoot. So you were aiming with the same hand that you were aiming with the
it's
same hand you
basic.
were shooting. You know what I mean?
It,
Like it
it's
just
but
felt.
it's here's the thing though, is that the L button is the only button you ever press. That's there's it's
What
just
do the face buttons do?
you don't ever press the face buttons because that would be really awkward if you had to put the
No,
stylus.
yeah, that would be awkward, I guess, if you had to if you had to keep putting the stylus in and out, or like just juggling a stylus. I hate
No,
juggling a stylus.
you will almost always have your stylus on the touchscreen.
Is that
Uh,
why a lot of people got hand cramps if they didn't use the stand?
yeah, that's mostly just why it's not easy on your hands to play the game. I will say that, but the controls work. They're precise. You can adjust them to whatever level you want, and it's a lot simpler than it is to describe. Like it's very easy to pick up, and since you can set the difficulty to whatever you want it to, it uses the intensity system that Brawl has. Not Brawl, Smash 4 has. So like if you play on just the normal 2.0 intensity, it's a very comfortable game. And you can set it to whatever difficulty you want to, so it's never going to be too hard for you. So you can play to whatever makes you comfortable. And like I played on like 4 to 5 throughout most of my first playthrough and didn't have any problems. Like I never felt like the controls were the reason why I lost ever.
Hmm.
So um
I'll give it a try. I guess
it's
it
it's
seems it's one of those
unorthodox.
things that seems more complicated before you play it, I assume. But
Yeah, it's very kind of weird to explain, but it works perfect. It works perfect when you actually do it. Like hand cramps aside, not using the stand, and when I use the stand, I immediately stopped cramping my hands. But hand cramps aside, I didn't have any issues with the controls. And like if people are gonna complain about needing a stand in the first place, and they're not and they choose not to use it, then that's their own fault. So
hmm.
yeah,
So I
so
guess you're out of luck if you got the game used, though.
yeah,
That is
you're
annoying.
that.
Or the digital download, since it's one of the games that got
Yeah.
like is one of the Club Nintendo awards. That's kind of awkward.
If you don't, you can kind of MacGyver one if you just like rest your hands on something. Like if you like get a stack of book, like put it on some books or something, you can MacGyver a
Hmm.
stand to
Yeah.
um that would work similar. That would it's basically just something that keeps the thing elevated for you. So
Yeah.
like if you leaned it against something or whatnot, it would work similarly. So if you like digitally download it, I would recommend doing that. Um,
Okay. Someone asked if you've played Azure Striker.
oh, yeah, that was the game made by Indie Creates. It was okay.
Oh.
It was a pretty good game, you know. Um, yeah, that's really all I had to say about it. Like, it wasn't spectacular or anything, and I thought that the story it was trying to tell was kind of done to death. Oh, there's an evil corporation and it's trying to take over the world and oh, they're it's basically X-Men. It's like, oh, the mutants are being repressed and we have to save the world and stuff. And yeah, it was and the gameplay wasn't anything special either. But it was solid. The controls were good. The gameplay was fine. The music was pretty okay. It's just, it was absolutely nothing special. So yeah, I'm not like as high on Inti Creates as a lot of other people. Like I'm looking forward to Mighty Number 9, but I'm not like, oh, it's gonna save video gaming. It's like Mega Man and whatnot, and oh my gosh, like Capcom's evil. Like I'm not really like all like that. When it comes to them, like I don't have that much faith in them, but I do have enough faith in them that they'll make a good game. Like they make good games. It's just I don't particularly see how they're like, oh my gosh, the best game developers ever or whatnot. So I guess I that also has some. I think me being like one of the only people who like doesn't worship Mega Man 9 might have something to do with that because like I don't know about like anybody else, but like I do not enjoy Mega Man 9 very much. I do not like most of that game's level design. Um, like I feel like most of the time when I play that game, I feel like I die because I hadn't memorized the levels beforehand, as opposed to the level designs just being hard on their own merits. Um,
Hmm. Yeah, that's frustrating for
yeah,
any game.
yeah, yeah. Oh man. Ugh. How's your thing coming along? Uh,
Um, I've got part of it. It's
woo.
kind of awkward looking, but we'll see. I need to let it. I think it needs to dry a bit before I
Okay.
try to do anything to it. Um, I should try the other half because I have another thing.
Cool.
Where is that
All
game?
right. So anyway, victory. Okay, I think that's gonna be the last mission for tonight because my throat's kind of getting a little bit dry and my mouth is kind of hurting from talking.
Mm.
And well, not like too bad. It's just I'm rambling a little bit more than normal. Because like when we're doing like I'm not usually not like this when I'm doing a brain scratch thing because there's four people talking instead of just
Yeah.
two.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah, I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by. It means a lot that like over 100 people have stayed throughout this entire thing. You know, that's it's heartwarming and shit. Oh man. But yeah, I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by. It really does mean a lot. I'd also like to thank Catherine again for always spending so much of her time to meander about with me on the interwebs.
Oh, it's always fun to chat with you and watch Hyrule Warriors. Talk about random stuff on the internet.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by. And again, we're not going to be doing another stream next week because of PAX, but the week of the weekend, the 13th, 14th, or 15th, sometime around that time, I should have another stream going. So hopefully you can stop by then.
Yeah.
Um,
And
yeah.
if you happen to be coming to PAX, I know the whole ticket situation is pretty awful, but look for me and Ted there
Uh, we'll be
on
there
Friday,
Friday most of the day. Uh,
probably in the Splatoon line for half the day.
No,
Um,
if we get there quick, we're only gonna be there for like 15 minutes. Okay.
I don't believe you.
You should believe me. I know my stuff.
And Johnny will be there the whole weekend, but
Yeah.
obviously he posted about that on his channel. But
Yeah, if you follow, you guys probably follow my Twitter if you're watching the stream in the first place. I will be tweeting my location, like, I'm in such and such line, or I'm at such and such vendor, come say
I'm in
hi.
the bathroom.
Please don't come to me if you find me in the bathroom. But literally anywhere else, come up and say hi. You know, I'd love to be able to talk to some of you guys. So yeah, hopefully I see some of you guys there. Later.
Bye. I love someone said, "How is Ted still alive after so much snow?"